What's going on, traders? Andrew O'Connell here with Pristine Capital, coming at you with yet another market recap video. It is March 24th, 2022. Please go ahead, click the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the price action within the indices. We're going to talk about these bears getting absolutely ragdolled, and we're going to talk about some of my trades for today. Before we do that, quick first disclaimer: nothing in this video should be construed as investment advice or recommendations. Please follow your own trading plan and your own risk parameters. And last but certainly not least, do not YOLO your entire account into any one of my trades or anyone's trades for that matter. Let's take a look at these box scores. We had the S&P 500 as measured by the SPY finishing up 1.51%. NASDAQ QQQ was our big winner, up 2.22%. We had the IWM small caps finishing up 1.15%. Dow Jones up 1.06%, and the ARK Innovation ETF was up 1.11%. We had volatility get absolutely demolished today, with the VIX down over 8%, and pretty much everything closed at the tippy top of the range on the ding dong highs. Breadth was positive overall, and we had 73% advancers in the small caps. This has been a freakish rally off the lows. You can see our big winners for today were the semiconductors. A lot of these different mega cap stocks over the past week and a half, it's like they've all been like taking turns. Like, all right, I'm going to be the one that goes up like 10% today. No, now Tesla's going to be it. Now Apple's going to be it. So it's pretty crazy. Today was the day for Nvidia. Let's actually take a look at some of these charts. Nvidia, this was one of 5 names on our Pristine Capital weekend watch list video, and the setup that we detailed was getting long this thing on a pullback to this monthly value area high. Nvidia was up 9.82%, pretty remarkable move. And we can see if we zoom out to our weekly chart, all those concerns about like overvaluation, all that sort of thing, those are kind of going to the wayside, because now we're up. I don't want to say we're back at the highs, but we're getting closer and closer. All it would take is one more week like this to get us literally trading, back in the 300 or so range. Now, what's super interesting about the pace of this market rally is, like, let's just go over to our S&P 500, for instance. I do believe a lot of this is really just like the perfect storm of this month-end rebalancing flows. And it just happens to also be a quarterly rebalance. And don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but I have noticed this whenever it comes to the quarterly rebalance, the market just has a way, even when these hedge funds, like, they're down like a gajillion % for the year, market just has a way of, into that final week of the quarter, just absolutely ripping. And I think that makes everyone in the industry just look a lot better. Like, oh, our portfolios are not doing so bad. Everyone can look at their monthly statement and see something good. But yeah, we are getting very stretched to the upside here. Do we have a shot at making it up to 45.63? Absolutely have a shot into this quarter end. That would be like the ultimate going out with a bang event here. Yesterday, we actually closed below this monthly point of control, and that was pretty significant. Hey, that's a key level, but at the same time, I pointed out all it is just a pullback to this 5-day EMA. So here we are today. We opened up pretty much flat on the session with a small gap higher, and here we started moving above that monthly point of control. I actually took that opportunity, even though I've been positioned slightly short over the past 2 or so trading days. I was like, hey, I don't want to be short for this. So I actually added these SPY calls really just as a hedge on some of my other positions. I got the 450 April 4th calls for $4.72. I just put here in case we get the run to the top of the monthly value area. So yeah, just because, hey, I had like one assumption about the market, I don't want to get stubborn and like leave myself open to getting hit if we move up to this monthly value area high. So yeah, let's take a look here. We'll check out our sectors and style factors and just see what was firing today. So we had the KWEB ETF down 2.75%. That was in our top momentum slot. And we had gold miners down 0.41%. Our big winner for today was the semiconductors up 4.85%. Of course, Nvidia definitely helped that group out. But you can also see we had this global autos ETF up pretty big. We had blockchain stocks up pretty big as well. And we even had the YOLO cannabis ETF moving to the upside. So we're definitely at that phase of the rally where I just think everyone that has been short or really just like a non-believer is definitely getting put to the test. Because we are getting names like GameStop that are rallying. This stock is up almost 100% in the past week or so. We have names like Tilray. This is like a completely trash Canadian cannabis company. This was up almost 22% today. So these names that I think they're big time shorts. And I think when people start just getting the rug pulled out from under them on their shorts, they just start to cover everything. And even Nikola, this stock gapped up like 15% this morning. Of course, this company's just like horrible. So it looks like some players sold into that. But yeah, definitely getting to the phase where things just look a little bit crazy. So like Apple, for instance, this isn't crazy. This is actually a really good company. But we are on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the rally. So yeah, it puts everyone in a tough spot because you don't want to be that person that's just like relentlessly fading everything and like, all right, this is a short or like whatever. But at the same time, it's like, come on, this is day 8 of the rally. You don't want to be that person either that's like just getting long into the overextension here. Same thing with Tesla. This name is up 1.48%. It's also on day 8 of its advance. I actually entered into a small short position on day 6 of the advance, thinking that this thing was a bit overextended. And it looks like those puts are probably going to expire worthless. They do expire tomorrow. So yeah, that one, short-term trade sized it for a max loss, and it is looking like it's probably going to go that way. Take a look here as well. We had our NASDAQ. This was our big winner for today. It looks very similar to the S&P 500, where we could certainly see a move up to this monthly value area high. But I do think the latecomers here, the people that are just like FOMOing in, all it takes is just like one bad headline or like this monthly rebalance to end, and all of a sudden we can find like the gravity just kicks in, and like all of a sudden there's just no more oxygen up here. That's typically the way that it goes. Typically, once all the stubborn shorts capitulate, that's where you can end up getting that sort of a move. Style factors today, we had the momentum style factor up 1.7%, growth style factor up 1.87%, and we had the high beta style factor up 2.19%. And of course, this quarter end rebalancing, we've been talking about this for the past week or so. Yeah, there's a few trading days left. I believe there's like 5 to be exact at this point. Those rebalancing flows should end on the 31st. So we are approaching that date. I think it's going to be key to see like what happens after that. Because as we get closer and closer to being sort of like flat on the year, I think the risk reward of getting long just starts to deteriorate a bit. Like take a look at where we are on the weekly chart. We're getting awfully close to that 20-week simple moving average. So could we end up tagging the 20-week moving average? It looks like we're pretty darn close at this point. It's not really a stretch to think that we could get there. But if you look at the prior 2 times that we tagged it, we actually traded slightly above it before rolling over. So we'll have to see if a similar phenomenon happens or what. But yeah, for me again today, I just wanted to make sure I'm not doing a whole lot of trading when the market's just kind of floating in rarefied earth. I did add those SPY calls onto the books, but that was about it for me. Take a look here. We just got our dark index printout. Dark index, this thing is still at a 47.1%. So the equity accumulation continues. So yeah, we're seeing basically this market is just firing on all cylinders. Definitely looks like we're starting to get to the more speculative phase of the rally. Oh my gosh, is this for real? Wait, what the heck just happened here? So I'm looking at my Benzinga. This is the leaders of the after hour session. Is Tilray up another 16%? So yeah, this is when you know like things are getting a little bit long in the tooth. So yeah, for me, I just want to make sure that I'm staying disciplined. And let me just confirm this before we sign off for the day. Yeah, Tilray's up another 16% after hours. So this is most definitely a short squeeze. So these are really pivotal moments where it's like what you do here, you know, certainly plays a big role, because you could either be that person that's like FOMOing in, getting into Tilray towards the top. You could be setting up shorts for yourself, or really anything in between. For me, for right now, I think this is a pretty ambiguous spot. I want to make sure that I'm continuing to hold on to my cash balance, because I think we're going to get another opportunity in the near future. With that being said, that about does it for this market recap video. Hope you all had a great trading session today, and I will see you all tomorrow.